if you don't want to spend lots of money.
Elf?
Elf.
Okay.
What is happening?
Starting, because we're going to start in a minute. Remember when she says action, everybody shut up.
Oh, I gotta get my timer. I'll be back.
I'm trying to text
Don't go away.
Molly.
Okay, so I'm allergic, but like this is the only thing I'm not allergic to, and it covers everything.
This is called the green room. This is the green room right now, guys.
Snapchat foundation stick.
Green room for 1 minute. Get that.
Eugenia is laughing at all of us, the model. It's like, really?
I can't understand anything you're saying.
Snapchat foundation stick. Look at dual tip. Here you look. Usually it's got foundation on one side.
Eugenia is like, I don't use this. I have people who do this for me.
There's Photoshop.
Use Photoshop.
Yeah.
Denise.
Can't hear you, Denise.
Jesus Christ, Susie. I mean, you gave me a novella. You're lucky if I get one line out tonight.
Can't hear you, Denise.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear the music playing?
yes.
Because we're live.
Are you live?
We're recording and we're on Facebook.
Right now?
Yes, when the music ends, you're on.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Oh my God. This is amazing.
Whatever.
Game on, people. Game on.
And Mark, you're on.
Hey,
Yes.
welcome to Monday Night Funnies. My name is Mark Klaber. I am one of the co-producers of this show with Denise Medina, who's hiding up there in that corner over there. Everybody wave and say hello to Denise. I can hear you.
Hi,
Say hello to
Denise.
Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Anyways, this is a special show for the Actors Fund. It's a donate. We're going to be donating to the Actors Fund. It's actorsfund.org, actually. And if you guys can give $1 or $2 or $3, that would be appreciated. And Denise, do you want to come up and say a few words before we start?
Sure. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us. And I'm glad that we're doing this show. I'm looking at all the smiling faces. I'm a little distracted by everyone. It's so great to be here. And thank you so much for being here. That's all I wanted to say. And I know it's going to be a fantastic show because I know how hilarious everyone is. It's great. I'm so excited. Can't wait. All right, Mark, take it away.
All right, we're ready to start. Our host of this evening is a young lady. She is a real housewife of 818. That's 818. She's coming. She knows what I'm talking about. She's coming from a club quarantine where I think it's now negative 10 degrees in there today. Everybody put your hands together for Miss Jessica Winther.
Hi guys. There's so much happening right now. One of our comedians didn't make it tonight and just texting me, and I'm like, what's happening? I'm on Jupiter and Saturn. I can't get back to you, okay? I can't get back to you. Oh my God. Thank you all for coming tonight and watching us. I'm looking at my face right now on Jupiter. Oh, there's so many. All right, regroup. Christmas is over. Yes, if you're wondering why I'm talking into a marker, it's because if you look at my Instagram handle, it's just living loud. That's not a metaphor, okay? That's just real life thinking. So for me to use a microphone would just be ridiculous. So a marker suits me so much better. And I'm also having a midlife crisis. So that also makes sense that I'm acting like a child now. Gosh, is anybody out there talking about backgrounds and midlife? Is anybody out there into astrology? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Anyone? Yeah, okay, good. So there's 2 of us that are having midlife crises. That's awesome. Yay! Because normally everybody's like, oh, no, I'm not into that airy-fairy stuff. I'm like, wait till you get over 40. You start believing in crystals, the planets, every kind of God you can think of. You are praying that somebody is going to make you 10 years younger. Like, you're like, bring it back to me, please. Jeez. Okay, so I'm into astrology. I know. Sometimes I get carried away. I just get carried away. I was gonna say I look like Heather Locklear, but I actually don't today. I just sound like Sam Kinison. Welcome to the Monday Funny Show. I don't know. I haven't done a show in like 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks off. I needed to regroup because I was tired of looking at my face on Zoom. I'm sorry. I have been doing Zoom shows for 6 months. I was so tired of looking at my face that I actually started like becoming a variety act prop comic. Like, I've got hats, I've got wigs. I mean, this is my trophy wife moments. Like I'm just starting to take ownership of every part of crazy I am. But I got sick of looking at myself. I just did. I haven't looked in the mirror in months because I don't need to. I just look at Zoom every day. And by the way, I look at Zoom and I'm like, oh my God, I still have all these what the fuck lines. Dude, my face is like an Etch-a-Sketch without all these glamour lights. And I am waiting for somebody to just shake it up, please. Thank God. I couldn't get into Botox for the last 6 months. Okay, that's a lie. I did illegally. But before that, I couldn't. So I just bought myself 10 ring lights. I really have a double chin. I have a few extra ears. My face is just hitting the floor, but you can't tell. And by the way, I'm also on another planet, which just takes that edge off too. All right, don't laugh, Mark. We know I've mentally been on another planet since the day I was born. All right. God.
Yep.
But I gotta tell you something kind of interesting. We have been. I know there's people from everywhere, but California has really been on like serious lockdown, kind of loose lockdown. We never got out of lockdown. Okay, we never had that. Like, we have been locked in cages for like the last 9 months. Some people give days. I'm just going to tell you months. But like, where the fuck was I going? Oh God, I cursed. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to curse everybody. It's a clean show. I know. I'm just kidding. And I don't know where I was. Oh, I was going in my whole lockdown. I've never been so excited being like when a full moon hits. Like, I'm like, oh my God, it's a full moon. What are we going to do today? Oh my God, it's a solstice. Oh my, like every single astrological thing that's happening. And I know it's not just me because now it's all over the news now that the elections are over, right? It's like Jupiter, Saturn, the North Star coming in. Everybody get out and watch it. You're all airy-fairy. You just don't want to believe it. Okay? I'm just letting you know. You are all airy-fairy. So I've been doing a few shows before this, and I've been wearing my tiara, and I'm sitting in my throne on my planet of Aquarius. And people have been making... Hey, guys, we're in the age of Aquarius. Who isn't happy about that? But if people have been making fun of me, they're like, oh, you've got your crown and you've got your throne. Well, I don't know if any of you manifest, but I will give you a little breakdown. You see it, you see it in your mind, then you write it down, then you think it, you visualize it. I am becoming my manifestations. Okay? I am a queen and I'm on another planet that we all do not have fucking COVID on, okay? That is, I mean, there might not be any water or food, but who cares? I need to get skinnier anyways. I gotta tell you, all these people juicing. You see this? Everybody juicing. Mark's giving me some airy-fairy. Mark, just light me when it's time. Okay, just light me when it's time. But everybody started juicing in June, and I was like, bitch, juicing is not going to cleanse your soul. You need something stronger. Okay. I'm just saying. saying they were juicing to get scared, all like, I'm going to the beach, because we were all excited we were going to get out, right? And we did. We broke out. We went to the beach. But I was like, bitch, I have been juicing way before like May and June. Like, you are so behind the times. I am juicing Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir since March. And it was vodka before that, okay? But like, I was like, oh my God, I'm not any skinnier. I know that. I'm not any thinner. But I'll tell you something. At 2 p.m. when I wake up in the afternoon, I feel much better about life. I wake up. I go and I make my coffee. I shuffle through all the laundry from my kids and the dirty dishes that are piling up all over the place. Because yes, I have 2 privileged children who don't know what chores are, but it's okay. But I go and make my coffee and I pour in my Baileys, because Baileys is a cream, okay? It is a cream. And I walk outside and I sit outside in my patio. That's right, I got a patio, okay? And I sat out there and I would daydream. I mean, I daydream a lot, but then I really daydream about the day I can wax my yoni again. I have to tell you, my yoni was traumatized in COVID. It went gray. It just went gray. I haven't looked down there in months. I mean, really, truthfully, I haven't looked down there in 14 years, okay? I had a kid. I got a guy now. I got a husband. Why do I need to go look at that? And I have a waxer. Now, all of a sudden, I look down and I'm like, oh my God, it's gone gray. It's a Brillo pad and a Chia pad all washed in the wine. Okay, I see you, Mark. Yes. I mean, that is only for people who like heavy Chia petting, okay? That is it. But I gotta tell you, all the actresses are like, I'm growing my hair out gray. I want to be distinguished. I'm getting it. So what? I have a distinguished yoni now. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, what's next? Is it going to start quoting Shakespeare? To be or not to be waxed? That is the question. Jeez Louise. It's not taming of the shrew, it's taming of the pubes. All right, guys. Now that I've tortured you with my yoni talk, and now you all know that I just took it all off, by the way. I couldn't even handle it because I am not fully committing to the gray. So now my yoni has lost its fuzz and I am just a bald chia pet. Never had it before. And I can tell you, I don't like it. I feel like I have crabs. And that was something I had in the 80s. So I know I'm going to carry this right on over to, oh, wait a minute, Mark, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but Mark, I'm not bringing Denise. I'm bringing on my first comedian, right?
Right.
All right. So after me, I mean, hopefully people will be like, oh, she's an amazing actress and we need to donate or just a caricature of a human being, of a real housewife. I don't know. But what do we have to donate to again? I'm just checking.
Oh my God. It's the Actors Fund, actorsfund.org.
Oh, it's the Actors Fund. I knew that, Mark. I'm passing it. Guys, this is how we work, but I just want you to know I'm trying to train Mark to host the next show. You see how that's going to work? Okay, I'm just trying to get it all. Whoa!
Mary,
You better
I hear you laughing over there, Mary.
Say it again.
I said, Mary, I hear you laughing.
I love Mary's laugh. That's what she makes me feel like I have a soul still. Okay. All right.
I know what type of car Mary owns too.
What does that have to do with our show?
Nothing.
I'm just curious, Mark.
When she goes to her car, sees her tires slashed, she'll know it wasn't me.
Oh.
Okay. First of all, I'm very concerned with the producer of the show. Okay. I'm very concerned. Guys, just so you know, since we're doing this for the actors, he's acting. Okay. That's him acting like a crazy stalker serial killer. Okay? Okay, this next lady, I'm rolling right into this. This next lady is one of my favorites. She has been on Shameless, she's been on Conan, and she's up for Performer of the Decade for
Yeah,
playing
woo-hoo.
Jackie. Right? Give
Right.
a woo again. Performer of the Decade. Playing Jackie Stallone in Afterglow, the musical at Broadway World. Let's give it up for my favorite, the fabulous Mary Kennedy.
Oh my God. Hello. Hello. So, Mark, you're like my stalkers because of Shameless. You are. You've turned into that status. Prisoners follow me, divorcees, and widowers. So I don't know where you fall in there, but they do follow me. Yeah, no, it's scary. You do know where I live because I sent you a headshot that I signed as
that's
new
right.
Fiona
Let
from
me find-
Shameless.
Yeah.
So stop stalking me from Chicago.
Okay.
Anyway, hi everybody. I'm reporting live from Van Nuys, California. Help! 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 We're all trapped. It's really, we are trapped. We are on like no go out. I am stuck with my husband who doesn't speak or look at me in the eye. It's like being married to Helen Keller. I'm just waiting for him to say, Annie Sullivan, please go to the well. Anything, please. Oh, no, I love Jessica. Let's hear it for her, please. I love her. She's amazing. And Mark and Denise and everybody. Yeah, it's been a little crazy COVID wise. And yes, I was in Shameless season 7. I played an out of work prostitute who worked for food. Her name was New Fiona. I did 6 episodes and I was partially nude, if not all the way nude. Yes, I was. And my husband, who's half Italian, was a little concerned. And then I showed him how much I was making and he said, run along, do God's work. So there you have it. But, it's interesting. Like, this is what's really put me on the map. So my mother-in-law, his mom, has been sharing it with her senior center. She like told everybody, she's like, my daughter-in-law, she has this new role on Shameless. She plays an out of work prostitute that works for food. And she tells them at their Friday lunch group. And one of her friends is hard of hearing. And so all her Catholic Italian friend heard was, out of work prostitute who works for food. So every Friday, Charlotte has a prayer circle where she prays for me because she's scared that I'm not safe on the streets. So I've made it. I've made it. Anyway, so I'm originally from Boston, everybody. Chicago was my second home. I filmed in Chicago for 2 weeks. I loved it. It's like if New York and Boston had a baby. And the accent, my Boston accent when I moved out to LA was a little out of control. It was affecting my sex life. It was. There's nothing like a night of heavy lovemaking when you turn to the guy next to you and you go, that's a wicked big pussy you got down there, huh? Go Pats. Go Pats. And, a lot of people are concerned. They were scared that I was upset when Tom Brady left the Patriots. And the truth is that I was done with him when he married Giselle. He wore a scrunchie and he kissed Gronkowski on the mouth. So I'm good. I'm really good. You guys are not Pats fans, so you have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's a good joke. It kills in Boston. There's a standing ovation. I get confetti thrown on me. I get, a free drinks, but not here. No. All right. Anyway, I'm originally from, Boston area. I'm 20 minutes north of Boston. I live in a little town called Marblehead, which is 4.5 square miles surrounded by water and regret. Water and regret. My parents got divorced when I was young. And, the writing was on the wall when my father divorced my mother at McDonald's over a Happy Meal. It wasn't very happy. So we were very poor and we moved in with my grandmother, my Irish Catholic grandmother. And I literally moved in with my grandmother. I shared a room with my Irish Catholic grandmother until I was 18 years old. One side of the room was a shrine to Jesus, and the other side of the room was a shrine to Duran Duran. Because Grandma was hungry like a wolf. She was hungry like a wolf. Us Catholic girls, if there's any, I'm a recovering Catholic, but us Catholic girls growing up, I did everything but. everything but the Catholic priests because I wasn't their type. And I would come home from a date of heavy petting, and Grandma would be there with her heavy wooden rosary beads saying, I hope you didn't pull a Mary Magdalene. She was a whore. And thank you. Somebody's at the door. And so growing up, everybody asks why I became
Mary.
All right, here we go. It was Mary Magdalene. She wants her money back for my namesake. But anyway, my mom, the reason why I'm a stand-up comic is because growing up, my mother had a band, which consisted of 40-year-old divorcees singing hot stuff and locomotion called the Mood Swings. And I was her roadie. Now, you're poor and your mother has a band if she trades in your toaster for a fog machine. Your mother has a band and you're poor if you don't get a winter jacket. Instead, she wraps you in boas, you and your brother, and she puts you on the bus and she sits you next to the kid who has a feather allergy. And you definitely know your mother is in a band and you're poor when there's no utensils. We had no utensils. My brother and I shared a spork. We had no juice glasses for breakfast. Instead, we used the shot glasses that Mom brought home from the gigs that she did at the bars. So I'd be, chasing my OJs, my 5 shot glasses of OJ. And then by the last one, I go, oh, that tastes like hepatitis. So that was my childhood. Thanks. So now I'm a mother. And the truth is in Boston, they don't give you the tools. Like in LA, they have, soy lover mommies or yo-yo for yoga mommies or brainiacs for Botox. Not in Boston. Boston is good enough parenting. Good enough. Your daughter got a tramp stamp at 16 and she's not pregnant. Good enough. Good enough. Your daughter decided that she's a lesbian and she won't wear her dress to the prom. Good enough. We love all people. And your son has decided that, he knocked somebody up and it's okay because you're fine. It's okay you're a grandmother at 37. Good enough parenting. Anyway, that I'm working on. I love all people. My daughter actually came out of the closet and she told me that she was lesbian and I said, oh, really? And she said, yes. And I go, well, there was a time that I thought I was a lesbian. I was in college and I didn't really want to go downtown to Judy Brown. I only wanted to go uptown. So, we have something in common. And I tried to make it an ABC after school special and I failed miserably. But the good news is that she won't get pregnant because that was one of my fears. So I enrolled her in gymnastics so she never got her period. Oops. Okay, here's my last joke. And I'm going to leave. My son is going through puberty. He's my baby. He's my little boy. His voice is changing. He's telling me he's going to get hair in places he didn't even know he had hair. And he told me the other day, Mom, my penis is going to be enormous. And I said, you know what, kid? You get that from me. My labia is the size of a smart car. All right.
For Mary Kennedy. And look, I wasn't the only one who's leaving you with yoni jokes. Okay. It could be a theme tonight. It could just be a theme tonight. Yoni, she's talking about her labia. I'm talking about my hair. I mean, hey. And Mark said, make it a clean show. By the way,
when Bob gets up there and starts talking about his yoni, then I'm going to be really scared.
and by the way, we're clean. I know Mary's clean and I'm clean too. So we're all keeping it clean. Okay. Any way we can. Gonna be really literal when you give that to us. All right. This next lady coming up, she gave me a novella to tell all you, so I'm going to do it. She's a Chicago native. I'm not going to do it in my acting voice. I don't know who I'm acting like, but we'll see. She's a Chicago native living in LA. She's a momager, a model, content creator on stereo, trained at Second City Chicago, West Side Comedy in Santa Monica, Comedy Store in Hollywood. She's performed at the Ha Ha, the Ice House, And right now at your local parks, because that's all we can perform at, let's give it up for Susie Sitcom.
Thanks very much. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, would you mind repeating my name for me? Susie Sitcom on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Susie
Sitcom.
Thank you guys very much. It's from your mouth to God's ears. I changed my name this year, so it's kind of a prayer. Because I want a sitcom, and my full name is actually Susie Single Camera Multi-Camera Sitcom. I changed it this year because my name wasn't working out anymore. It was just too ethnic. Susie Wuhan. The translation into English was so Susie eats bats. It was just killing this year. So something else. I know that Mark said that we shouldn't talk about COVID, but after I heard about the Yoni jokes, which I actually thought Yoni meant grandmother in Yiddish. So hear that the COVID jokes were okay, right? Why not? What's that? Yoni? I thought it was Yoni, right? Isn't that grandma Yiddish? I don't know. I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, so actually,
It's a Bobby.
Bobby, Yoni, whatever. Oh, maybe it's Greek. I don't know. Maybe it's Greek. I don't know. There's a lot of Greeks, in Chicago. So don't worry. I know that a lot of people see me and they worry about COVID. Don't worry. My people don't eat bats. From generation to generation, my people have eaten. I know you wonder what my ancestors eat. My ancestors eat deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
Bubblati's.
Yeah.
I know. So usually it works a little bit better, but since you guys already know I'm from Chicago, and you know what? I don't care. I don't have an accent. Everybody says in Chicago, everybody says in LA, you have an accent. Only 2 words make me sound like I have an accent. Chicago, an accent. I don't have an accent. I'm from Chicago. Make me sound like I'm an accent. Okay. So, it's so all because I'm from Chicago. Although COVID's pretty bad in Chicago right now is what I hear. But I have to tell you, honestly, as an Asian American, born and raised in Chicago, I have had to deal with a lot of racism this year. And it's really it's been nuts. It's been really nuts. So I take my kids out to the trail and we wear our masks, of course. But when no one is on the trail, I'll make sure we take our masks off because I want them to get some fresh air. So the other day I was on the trail, I had my daughter take her mask. I'm like, let's take off your mask, get some fresh air. And my daughter says, Mom, look, I'm giving COVID to everybody. She's 9 years old. But literally someone around the corner turns the corner and he freaks out because he sees this little kid, this Asian kid jumping around saying, look, I have COVID. I'm like, oh my God. So it's been so strange. I'm a little thrown off by my jokes today because I was not, when you tell me not to do something, it's really hard because then I can't stop doing it. It's like holding a laugh, when you have to hold that laugh, it just explodes. So I was told Mark told me not to swear, not to talk about COVID, not to talk about politics. And that's basically my whole set and my whole mind. Okay, so the real thing that I realized during quarantine is that number one, all we do is cook, clean, sleep, and repeat. So COVID is like the new, quarantine is like the new Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is love Thanksgiving before all this. And now I'm just like, oh, really? Do I want to cook a bigger meal and stay in with my family again and clean up a bigger mess? It just doesn't make any sense. I couldn't wait till Christmas came around this year. And then I realized when I walked around at the Grove to get ready for Christmas, it's a mall in Beverly Hills. I was like, oh my God, all of these Trump supporters look just like Santa Claus, except they're in camo. So it's like for me. I'm like, I really should go back to being Kurish because I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood. So my whole life, my dad told me to tell everybody I was Kurish. I'm Korean and Jewish. But since I came out here, I was like, well, I can celebrate both holidays. And in Hollywood, it's pretty good that I'm a Kurish person because it's like I'm a Korean Jew. I'm meant for Hollywood, right? Not only do I have my people have good food, I'm Jewish. I've got the culture down. I should be all set, right, Mark? Out here, no problem. No, I got out here and I was in Beverly Hills and I looked at all the Santas and I'm like, oh my God, 364 days out of the year, Santa is a KKK member. I mean, he think about it. He wasn't wearing the red and white suit. He was wearing camouflage. You would be like, oh my God, now I know what Santa does. I know why he's keeping all these secrets from everyone, right? I know why he lives in the North Pole. And I thought about it a little further. I'm like, you know what? I don't like Santa anymore. I don't like the idea of relinquishing all my power as a mother to this like fat white stranger. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. My kids are like, Mom, don't worry about Christmas. We're not even gonna like tell you what we want because Santa's got us covered. Santa's got us covered. Since when do we relinquish as a parent all of our power and authority to this like big fat white man? I'm like, oh my God. But I realized that I have to take some accountability for this. As a parent, you know, you do this research, right? You like research, find the fattest, the fluffiest, the real beard Santa. And that was at Bloomingdale's, 900 North Michigan. I would make my kids wait in line for 2 hours with our hot winter jackets inside a really, really hot mall. Everybody's crying. Everyone's screaming. The parents are all yelling at each other. The kids have to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. We get up to see Santa. And of course, he's big, he's fat, he's fluffy, he smells. And my kids don't have to sit in his lap. And I said, I waited in line for 2 hours here. You are sitting on this fat man's lap. I don't care. Mom, I don't care. You're giving him a lap dance. You're whispering secrets in his ear. And in return, he's going to call us all hoes when we're done. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. So my kids were like, okay, whatever. We're going to do this. And we relinquished control to Santa. And we got home. And I heard them fighting in the bedroom. And I'm like, what's going on? And my daughter's like, Mom, no big deal. There's someone just looking at us in the window. I'm like, what do you mean someone's looking at you? And they're like, Mom, it's not a big deal. It's just Santa. He's checking if we're naughty or nice. I said, walk away from the window. That is a crackhead. Get away from the window now. So I realized Santa is actually the gateway to sex trafficking, and what else are we teaching our kids? We're teaching our kids to sit on this guy's lap. Well, what other professions have people sit on their lap? There's strippers. There's my middle school vice principal and ventriloquist. So I just really think that we need to change things with Santa. Thanks, Mark. So, okay, I'm going to move on. So this is why I don't like Santa. I know I kind of rambled on and on, but I got to tell you the other views of my holidays here. Mother's Day. I think we should combine Mother's Day, birthdays, and turn it all into the Super Bowl. And the reason why I say that is because for Super Bowl Sunday is actually the best day of the year for me. And the reason why I like Super Bowl Sunday is because all the men and the children disappear for one day. You can go anywhere in downtown Chicago, get a seat at any steak restaurant, and there are no men or children in sight. The men have completely disappeared off the planet. One day of the year, you can go into a steak restaurant, and the only people who are there's no corporate assholes, no guys getting in your way, no one smoking cigars. It's the only person who are serving you. So I say that from now on, all of Mother's Day and all birthdays should be changed to the Super Bowl Sunday for all women. So that's my set. That's my time. Sorry about rambling.
Give it up for Susie Sitcom.
Thanks.
She needs a break. She needs a break, people. Okay. She hates Santa, which is cool. I get it. I have older children. I get it. I have older children, so I don't have to worry about that. I told them at like 3 years old Santa was fake. I was just like, fucking get with the program. I'm just kidding. I didn't. In fact, I wish I did say that. In fact, they're 20 and 16. And this year, I even said to them, if you don't fucking believe, you're not getting anything. So I'm now just making my kids want to do drugs. Okay. Like, that's where I'm going. Cause they're like, what? We're locked in the house. Like, how's this going to happen? I'm like, you have to believe in the fantasy of it. That's the kind of mom I am. You're doing a good job, Susie. You're doing a good job. Hang in there, girl. And I'm with you on that Super Bowl.
It was the year I was going to tell them, that about Santa, but I couldn't because of COVID. But I can't,
No, don't tell them. Let their friends tell them and ruin it for them. Like, why do you have to be all the bearer of bad news? Okay. Like, aren't we as moms that anyways? Like, let's leave it to the neighbors or somebody we hate. Like, let's do that. Like, the worst enemy. Like, let's find a stranger or somebody you really hate and be like, can you tell my kids Santa is not real? That's where route we really should be going. And now we're all going to celebrate Hanukkah. Jeez Louise. All right, we're moving right along. Okay, are you ready? I don't know this guy, just met him today. He seems very sweet. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this one. He is before, I love it. Another guy from Chicago. I don't even know if that's the right accent. I think it's from Boston. Who knows? Chicago. Okay, well, maybe one day. One day, people. Okay, one day. This next comic has been performing all over Chicago for 5 years, maybe 6, because I'm not sure if COVID counts in this one, and has been performing virtually since the start of the pandemic. Oh, there it is. There's the answer. Follow him. You learned so much. Follow him at Comic M Cooper. There's a lot of underscores, guys, so just do it. Comic underscore M underscore Cooper. Comic underscore M. Okay, geez, Louise. For future show dates. And if he doesn't put me on one of them and get me out of the city, I'm going to stab him. Give it up for Michael Cooper.
Hey, y'all are doing good. I'm doing great. I am a year sober.
Yes.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
I think it was the wrong year. It's not that there's a bad time to get sober. It's that there's times that aren't as good as all the other times preceding it.
Right.
Yeah.
I had 10 years to choose from, and I chose this year.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, it's making AA stories difficult, you know, because I'll go to AA, I'll hear about somebody else's rock bottom. They're like, I just had one drink the night of my daughter's wedding to celebrate. And then I woke up in the backseat of my own Honda Accord inside a Build-A-Bear workshop surrounded by decapitated Build-A-Bears. Decapitated Build-A-Bear was in my pants.
Oh my God.
And then the police arrived. And that's a horrible rock bottom, okay? But I'm sorry, I get it. You reenacted the French Revolution in a Build-A-Bear workshop, but I got drunk the night they said they were going to give all of us health care. And I woke up to no ICU beds, okay?
Oh no.
With no recollection of what the fuck I was doing in the meantime. Sorry, I cursed. I know.
Sleeping.
At least I got here sober. You know, I don't know what I was doing all this time. Michael, who'd you vote for in 2016? I don't know. I know I got beat up at a protest in 2016. Now, usually that means you're on the right side of history. However, eyewitnesses did tell me that it was, in fact, both sides beating me up. I'm not sure exactly where I landed there. Here's what I came to. Here's what I was dealing with during a hangover is this. How do we have people in this country who are scared enough of the virus to hoard supplies? But those same people aren't scared enough to, you know, stand over there. Like away from me. I'm surrounded by actors and actresses. How healthy do I look, really? I look like I've been sharing needles because I couldn't figure out how meth works. Who looks at this face and thinks, that guy's been following CDC recommendations? I'm safe over there. Also, if you're one of the many Americans who are still going to the gym during the pandemic, I'm not taking health advice from you anymore. You've been making suggestions for a while. I ignored them, and I now feel vindicated. But Michael, it's about more than my physical health, it's mental health. You know, when I lift weights, my anxiety decreases. That's true. There's a physiological response. However, have you tried smoking a pack a day and then getting into fights on Facebook? That's what helps me. So I used to be homeless. I used to live in my car in Chicago. And one of the things I notice when you're homeless, no one asks you any questions. But when you tell somebody you used to be homeless, they have a lot of questions. Many of these questions are a bit invasive. You know, where'd you go to the bathroom? Where'd you shower? Where'd you eat? The answer is the same, Starbucks. Was it convenient? No. Sometimes this thing would happen where somebody would be taking like way too long in the public restroom. And I, as a homeless person, that was my only choice. You know, some homeless people get mad. They want to bang on the door, yet shout through it, threaten the person. That's not going to get them to come out, not unless there's another exit. Hey, if threatening someone through a door gets them to walk through that door, I don't want them to walk through that door. Not while I'm there. You know what I would do? I would just tap on the door, and then I'd start shouting my personal problems through it. It's like, hey man, I don't even know if it's mine. I thought my dad sent me a Christmas card. I opened it up. It was a DVD of the Rickroll video. I do have a great job now. Really lucky. I had a really bad job before. I used to deliver pizza on a bicycle for Domino's. One time I had to ask a 17-year-old's permission to smoke a cigarette. And he said no. Looked me in my grown adult eyes and said no. Come on, bro. Come on. What's the worst going to happen if I don't let you smoke a cigarette right now? Well, there's a lot of security cameras here, so I don't know, 20 to life? Don't take a sober alcoholic cigarettes away. What is wrong with you? It wasn't all bad, though. I delivered to a lot of college students, you know, and sometimes they'd be a little disrespectful. But that was okay. You know, no need to fight, no need to lose my job. What I would do is I would just ask them what they were studying. And then no matter what, I told them I studied the same thing. You haven't lived till you watched a 19-year-old ruin their life because you told one lie. What's that? Biomechanical engineering? Well, hellfire, son. Me too. Is it weird that I called the customer son? Maybe. But if my parents taught me one thing, it's that if you're going to ruin someone's life, you owe it to them to call them son first. I told somebody about this and they were like, Mike, that is the most misanthropic thing I've ever heard anybody do to another human. And I don't think that's fair. I'm not a misanthrope. I don't hate everyone. I like one person. I'll tell y'all who that is. Y'all know on them golf courses where all those rich folks hang out at? Whoever it was decided to put alligators on them golf courses. I like that. Hey, listen, I think that's my time. I gotta listen to Freebird while I work on this interpretive dance. Thank y'all so much. Best of health and wealth.
Oh my God, Michael, you're giving all the homeless a good name or a bad name. I'm not sure yet. Okay. I'm weighing it out right now, Michael. I'm weighing it out. Wow, your story's so interesting. I don't think you're going to get COVID. I'm not worried about you. You can come right next to me. You got the street juice in you, and it ain't meth. I feel good about it. All right. Scary as shit, but good. Okay. This next line now, I'm sorry, it took me a beat. We lost somebody along the way, and it wasn't because Michael lied to her. Just letting you know. Not because he lied. We lost her before he did that. And she's what would you call a girl? Son, girl? What do you call it? Not a son. You call a son a son. What would you call a girl?
Gal.
Gal? Yeah. I don't know. Just wondering the other side of that. I'm just wondering the other side of that. My mind just went there. I don't know why. Must be all the crack I've been doing. All right, this next lady, I know, hey, that's how it rolls. She is a good friend of mine. She wants me to say all this shit about her that I can't find now because somebody's texting me the alligator stuff. Okay. Guys, I'm old. I swear I can barely handle this messaging thing. And the best is I know her and I know her credits, but still I'm like, I gotta act like I have eyes still. All right. I'm gonna act like I can read. Keep my youth. Also, can you say, also for her intro, I love this. Also for her intro that I didn't get, she's been in Spy City TV show. I saw her in the green room devour an entire Tic Tac. Oh, jeez. Now she's gonna put on 10 pounds for the week for that one. She's a model trying to be a comedian. She's an actress. She is something. Give it up for Eugenia Kuzmina.
Yay.
Not sure if I'm laughing or crying, you guys, but Jessica was like, when you said devouring an entire Tic Tac, I was like, that's not me. I'm a model. I would never eat an entire meal in one sitting. You guys, I'm so hungry.
Yay!
Isn't everybody? Not for food. I have zero emotional attachments to food, just like my man. But I'm super hungry for attention, you guys. It's 2020. You know, there's the thing. Like, you know how your birthday, like it's supposed to be your special day, like the only one day that everybody celebrates you. So my birthday, I share with this other guy, this dude who like, I just can't compete with. You know, his name is Jesus. I mean, who sings you happy birthday on Christmas? So I overcompensate. Like when I was born, like I asked my mom, what should I do with my life? And she was like, даже не пробуй, which means don't even try. So here I am trying to do all the Zoom shows in 2020 to no one, overcompensating. Totally. You know, I think like I understand everybody says that, and it's true. Dating is really hard in LA, especially when you're married.
Yes, right.
But I'm trying. You know, my husband says I'm going to the wrong clubs, like this one's on Zoom. I tried this dating app. Have you guys heard about it? It's called Raya. You're not supposed to talk about it. So yeah, we're going to talk about it. This dating app for celebrities, it's really weird. And like you usually create like your profile and do a slideshow. And I had no idea so many men have puppies. Like literally, there was one guy, he like posted a picture of him with a puppy 2 years ago. And I checked this year. The man is still like grown up, but the puppy is still a puppy. Like they just rent them, I guess, you know, just, I don't know where the joke in that, but it is true, you know. You would be wondering, why am I on this Raya app if I'm married? I mean, how else would I stalk my husband? Everybody's on this app. It's Hollywood. It's like AA in Santa Monica. Everybody's there. No matter if you're dating or not, if you have any problems or not, you are there. What else I was going to say? This is going to be like a super inappropriate show. I don't have enough time. So from now on, I'm just going to do rape jokes. And also somehow, I think as a model, I identify with starving kids from Africa. Because, you know, like when I started modeling, I moved to this modeling apartment, and we used to look at this starving kids commercial for inspiration. And I used to say fat diets never work. And then I look at the TV and I'm like, oh my God, you can see her ribs. This works. So, you know, I mean, I grew up in Russia in like a 3-bedroom apartment with 2 other families and 5 rats, but enough about my agents. I grew up in food lines. And, you know, like there's a silver lining in everything. Having no food is bad for your nutrition, but it's great for modeling. Like my first skill was, you know, the models had like resumes and big things, and I'm like, starvation. The only skill you need, you know. And my biggest inspiration for all of you actors is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He proved that in America, if you look good, nobody cares what you are saying. And yeah, like, you know, actually, I like Jessica, I had a midlife crisis recently. Like not long ago, I turned 25, and Russians don't live long. So at my midlife crisis, I decided to stop modeling and come to LA and start acting. And I had no problems. I was hired as a Russian prostitute. Like Mary, I had to play dead, and I had no problem with that. I just had to pretend to have sex with my husband. He's a very famous Hollywood producer. He's very supportive of my career, especially when I don't talk about it. So we're gonna talk about it. You guys, acting is really easy, actually, you know, but for some reason, like when I started acting, they said that my Russian accent will get in the way. So I decided to change my name 3 times in 2 months. I changed it to Eugenia Kuzmina, then Lara Hunter, then Parker Block. Huh. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's true. It's not a joke. Like, seriously, I did. And then casting directors didn't seem to care, but it did interest a really big agency. The CIA. I mean, I was sure it was CAA. So when they came to my door, I opened it and answered all of their questions. You know, and like, I was like, I can play a superhero, a villain, or like, you know, like a dream girl. And they kept interrupting me, saying me, you're a spy. I mean, I didn't want to be pigeonholed, so I didn't sign with them. Yeah. But I know they're still interested. They're keeping an eye on me from the van outside my door. Oh, the Hollywood dreams are not yet buried. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and everything else.
Oh my God, give it up for Russian spy, Eugenia Kuzmina. Girlfriend, your acting career sounds like a hee-haw, a shit show. I mean, I gotta tell you, like, I get it. My acting career, it was kind of the same because my agent, I don't know, what did they say to you? What you said that somebody said something to you? Oh, I can't.
I'm a spy.
Yeah, no, but your agents were like, you were. Oh, your Russian accent was going to get in the way, right? They just told me my personality was going to get in the way. Like, I was like, what do you want me to do with that shit? It's who I am. So, hey, don't worry about it. We're all in good company. We're all playing dead somewhere. All right, we're just going to keep this show moving right along. Oh, I'm going to pass it to you. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, hi, I'm Jessica. So I'm going to pass this to you, Mark, and I'd like you to tell us all about who we're donating for today.
We are donating to the Actors Fund, and that's actorsfund.org. And our friend Mary Kennedy, where she's hiding, knows more about the Actors Fund, so she can tell everybody about it if she's around.
Yes, I'm right here. Let me talk to you about it. The Actors Fund is an organization for actors like myself, and basically it helps performers who are out of work who have become ill. Due to COVID, Broadway and any regional theater all over the country and in the world has been basically canceled. So we have a lot of actors who need help, and it's primarily for theater actors, but it also extends to screen actors, radio artists, and television actors. So please donate. We greatly appreciate it. The livelihood of our art depends on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kennedy. See, this show is an interactive format, okay? We want everyone to talk about their journeys, their lives, and give us their information. Mary, that was awesome and perfect. If I would have known that, I would have passed it right to you. Where's the producer of the show? Where's the producer of the show? Jesus Christ. Just kidding. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Eugenia. I think that might be you now. Okay, we're going to keep this going. Well, you guys have the same birthday. All right, this next young lady coming up, she is a model, a rapper, and a singer, songwriter from Los Angeles. Most people just say she's a singer because the idea of a white redheaded girl rapping makes them scared for her. Clearly, they don't know enough gingers. I'm just saying. They should be scared for themselves. She has never done a comedy show before, but has been stuck indoors with her 12-year-old for the past 9 months and is 5 years sober. So she's desperately seeking any kind of escape. Let's give it up for Amanda Smith.
Hi guys, my name is Amanda. I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is October 22nd, 2015. For the past 9 months, I have not known how to enter a Zoom room without any other introduction than that. I realize it's not the place, but going by some of the other shares tonight, maybe it is the place. I am a single mom of a 12-year-old daughter. And I have this theory that like when you become a mother, you instantly develop Tourette's syndrome, because I'm like on the phone talking to my friends, talking about how, I'm having a really good day. I just meditated this morning. I'm feeling great. Callie, stop that. Anyway, yeah, so like everything's going super good. Callie, what are you doing? And that's basically how all of my conversations go these days. So my daughter like does all these different things thinking that I'll never notice. Like her new thing is playing with candle wax. She thinks that I'm not going to notice that my candle looks like a saber-toothed tiger attacked it and that there's wax all over the kitchen counter. And the other thing she likes to do is she likes to like take things from my room. I'm thinking about locking the door. I do have a lock in my new apartment. So here I am trying to put my nose ring in with like pliers because my tweezers are gone, right? And I have to like do the little like attach the little like wires to each other. Of course, my tweezers are found 3 months later in her bathroom. So I've been able to put my tool set away for the past week. That's been nice. I took notes so that I could like do this whole thing. One of my favorite things about the pandemic right now is that I can totally be on Zoom and look like I have a full face of makeup. I'm totally dressed for the day. And no one knows I'm in my pajamas. This is awesome. I don't know if that's lazy or if that's genius, but it is working for me right now. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, the other thing is when you become a mother, you also turn into a ninja, right? So I was having another one of these casual conversations with someone on the couch one time in my first apartment that I owned. And then all of a sudden, hiya! There was a book being thrown at me from the other side of the room. And I don't know how I did it. It must have been my ninja skills, but I instantly, without even looking in that direction, blocked the book from hitting me in the face. And these are the things that we deal with as my daughter is like super interesting because I kind of feel like she's like a 90-year-old trapped in like a little girl's body sometimes. One time I was telling her about how every time I get my car washed, it rains, right? And she's in the back seat and we're on the way to school. And I'm like, I swear, every time I get my car washed, it fucking rains. And she's like, Mom, that's not how precipitation works. She's like 6 years old at this point. I don't know if I'm angry at her for checking my intelligence like that, or like super proud? I can't even decide how to react to this. And then like in my music career, I was doing this like girl group, right? And some of the other girls had kids and their kids were sleeping at the studio and they were super like going in, and I felt like super competitive and I had to keep up with them. And I was thinking about taking my daughter to the studio and doing what the other girls were doing and having her like sleep at the studio. But I felt kind of guilty because I've worked so hard to like provide my daughter with a home, with her own room, you know? So I asked my 6-year-old for advice. What actually do in that situation? And she goes, I was asking her like what I should do. And I said, Callie, like, I don't know what to do. And she goes, Mom, life is an adventure. Make it epic. Like, Callie, where are you getting this from? And she goes, it was on a billboard back there. Oh, that's so funny. One of my favorite, just kidding, not favorite questions anyone asks me as a single mom is, are you married? Right? Because my response is always like, no, my baby's dad was physically abusive. But like, how dare they even ask that question? Like, what kind of question is that? Is that like even a question we should be asking? Because there's so many women, like, what are you gonna say? Like, these girls who are raped and had children? No, actually, I was raped at 16 and I had my child. You know what I mean? It's like, either they are or they aren't, but like, it's such like a fucked up question to ask and so personal. So if you guys are asking mothers, like, are you married? How long have you been married? Stop. Find something else to ask. Like, what's your favorite food? Where would you like to travel? There's so many responses to that question that I don't know what my time is. Mark, how am I doing on time?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. Let's see. Well, I was thinking I was going to do this comedy show. My daughter's staring at me right now. I was thinking I was going to do this comedy show, right? And I've never done comedy before. So there's like only 2 options of how it could go. Either I'm like the best comedian ever, right? Or like, I totally suck. And that would be funny too. So there's no losing. Right? There's no middle ground. Like there's no like, I'm okay. Either I'm like the greatest thing that ever walked this earth, or I'm the biggest piece of shit. Duh. Anyway, so I also want to say that I've been doing a lot of things during this pandemic, and I'm gonna go with the endings that have been kind of a theme. What I have not been doing is yoga, right? I took one yoga class in college, and we were doing this thing where we like lift our butts up in the air, and I had this grotesque farting sound come from my body. And it was not from my butt, right? And this Asian guy in this college class had to leave the class because he could not stop laughing. I never went to that yoga class again, and we do not do yoga. Thanks, guys.
Amanda Smith.
You know, Amanda is a rapper, and she has a lot of music online. And tell everybody what your name is and how they could find your music.
My rap name is Freckles with a PH and a $sign. I was cursed / blessed with red hair and freckles when I was a kid. Back then it was a curse because I was like bullied on a daily basis and basically like suicidal. But now I have taken that and I'm using it as an empowerment. So that's my rap name.
All right.
All right.
You can look me, PHRECKLE $sign, and check my stuff out. Thanks, guys.
All right, so Amanda's made everything dark and disturbing actually adorable. Like I mean, she's an alcoholic. She was a drug user. She's a single mom. I get it, girl. You go. Okay. You just made everything dark and dirty cool. And I also own a ginger. So my daughter's a ginger. So I laugh because everyone says you guys are going extinct. And I swear there's one of you on every one of our shows. So I think you're going to take over the world personally. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys have to bring it back. You're bringing Ginger back. I'm not a rapper. And follow me on Instagram and you can see how well I sing. Wow. Now that's a journey for everybody. All right. Oh, God.
I've seen it.
I know it's a moment that you will all want to forget. Okay. It's a moment, but I'll tell you, the hits keep coming from those. The hits keep coming. All right. This next lady, she travels all over the Midwest and beyond. Hence where I am. She's come to my planet many a time. I have not personally seen her there, but I know she must be here. Okay. Her and Buzz Lightyear. I love that. I don't know why. I can't even. Somebody keeps messing with my stop texting. Okay. She travels all over the Midwest and beyond. She was the high fiber champion in Chicago. Louise, welcome, Michelle. I hope I'm going to say this right. Krajecki.
Yes, actually, that's exactly how you say it. Polish Catholic. Yes. Yes. And so I was trying to hide my double chin because I'm like, on lockdown, I'm eating like I'm going to the gas chamber. So I have no, I mean, I got to do something. I got to do something. So I don't know. Anyway, so it's so cool though, because it's really nice to like be able to talk to people I don't know that well without a mask, because anytime you talk to anybody you don't know, well, you're wearing a mask right now, so it's going to be so nice when this is all done. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm kind of thinking the masks are I think I'm going to miss it because we get used to having it. Like say you're in a store, because I'm afraid when this is all done, I'm going to be in the store and I'm not going to control what I'm mouthing under my mask. So like you're standing and somebody's going to, you're like, or you're like, or when you're with your spouse or something, or with somebody and you're like, but the problem for me is I'm like real expressive with my eyes. So I think I'm going to have to get like a shield, like a mask and have a tinted shield that I can pull up, because really it's my eyes, because sometimes, the old, like, I'm like a master of the eye roll. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So, but anyway, so we're on lockdown and like you're trying to keep busy and you end up shopping a lot. Are you shopping? Everybody shopping a lot, Amazon, and my husband, it's kind of different in our house. My husband's more of a shopper than I am. So, and I've discovered something that's more addictive than maybe crack or anything else, that's Amazon Prime, one click. Because I don't even tell him I want anything. I don't even want to say I need anything, because he'll be sitting on the couch. I'll say, you know what I could use? A blanket. And he's like, it's coming tomorrow, 5 stars. I'm like, no, I'm just cold. Can you pass me a blanket? So, and then he loves to shop. He loves to grocery shop. He's a really good cook. He's a better cook than I am. So he comes back after like 3 hours in the store. It's like, it was horrible in the store. I was in the store 3 hours, and you don't realize you're afraid to be in the store that long, because they say don't be indoors for long. So I said, well, what's the problem? He goes, well, it's senior day and they've got all the carts in the aisles. And I'm, and I'm like, I'm trying to use coupons. I'm like, no, don't use coupons. Don't look at expiration dates. If the meat isn't green, pass it in the cart and go. Get out, go. It's like a military operation, just getting through the store, because you don't want to be there that long, So anyway, so that's what we've been doing, shopping for groceries and shopping online. And then I talked to my parents. My parents are in the home. They're in assisted living. And so I call my mom and like, how you doing? She goes, well, we're on lockdown again. She said, I'm gonna try and bust out of here. I'm gonna take the ones who can walk with me if I can get my fanny over the window ledge, so. And she didn't say fanny. So, but my dad, my daughter told me the other day, she said, Dad sent me this link for this game, Thug Life. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, it's this game online. And I said, Papa, Grandpa? She said, oh yeah. So I called my dad. I said, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, well, you won't answer my Instagram. You won't answer my look on my TikToks. So I got to do something. I sent you an invite, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I look, he's got like a nickname for one of these games, Viper 88. I'm like, damn. Can you just play Candy Crush or something? And I think he's doing like Senior Sim City or something. I think what's going to happen, all these malls going out of business, they're going to put a bunch of old people, have them walk through the mall. And then they're all going to be like thugs, breaking through Dr. Scholl's stores. So I don't know what's going to happen to the old people online. I've no, with after they've been on lockdown, So, but anyway, so I was thinking about all the different, everybody talks about the ethnic, because I'm Polish Catholic in Chicago, and I'm like a little bit everything. I'm French Canadian, Polish Catholic, Belgian. So I'm like so I can't do ethnic humor really, So I think about the holidays, growing up Polish Catholic in Chicago, and growing up in my grandmother, spending Christmas at my grandmother's house. And I don't know if you had the grandmother who had the picture of the Pope in the middle of the center of her living room. And she had plastic on everything, the couches, the lamps,
Yep.
my grandpa, and the couches, and she had those runners on the floor. Do you ever see somebody with the house was, and I don't know if she was just like safety conscious, it's like, okay, in case of emergency. But and so, and my grandma was fun though. She loved to go to Vegas. So most grandparents, like grandmas, bake cookies with their grandkids. Mine had a slot machine in her den. Seriously, she did. So she would give us nickels, and when we did chores, she would pay us in nickels, and but if I was ever short, she'd comp my room. So that was kind of cool. But I remember holidays around the poker table. It was just, such good memories, and then we had a roulette wheel, so that's what we would get for dinner. It's like, come on, pierogies, come on. All right, come on, kolachkis, let's go. So, anyway, so that was my ethnic upbringing in Chicago. But, they talk about kids nowadays, like they think, okay, our kids growing up too fast these days. And I think they kind of are, because, but again, they gave us adult stuff when I was growing up. They gave us, anybody remember this? Kitty cocktails, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know what that was. Future AA members, I have no idea what that was. But I could talk the bar lingo by the time I was 5. It's like, excuse me, ma'am, are you the cocktail waitress? I'd like a Shirley Temple, shaken, not stirred, light of the cherry juice. Here's an extra quarter for an extra cherry. And then they give us candy cigarettes. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Now there were 2 different kinds. All right. There was bubble gum, and they wrapped it in powdered sugar. If you did this and blew on, a puff of smoke came out.
Oh my God.
And I thought that was a great visual for a 5-year-old. Kitty cocktail, one hand, blowing smoke rings, So, but my favorite was the candy, the white candy tips with the red tips. Remember those? They were. I remember chewing on Pall Malls. I was up to a pack a day. If it wasn't for that Necco wafer patch, I wouldn't have quit that habit at all. And even, I was in the suburbs, and they like near Naperville, Illinois. If you don't know that land of the, and so they had these play dates, So I thought, I was getting these calls, these elaborate play dates, like, can Madeline come play with Courtney? We're going to go to Libby Lou and we're going to get it. And I'm like, this is my play date when I was a kid. It's like, yo, Barb, can you come out and play? We got to get the candy store before they closed. I'm out of Pall Malls. All right, I'm out of time. It was fun, you guys.
Oh my God. Give it up for Michelle. Good Jackie. Oh my God. Are we related or what? I mean, I'm dying. First of all, I just have to say, my grandmother had plastic everything, like everything. And then she'd say, don't sit on the couch. And
Yes.
the thickest plastic. I was like, then why do you have plastic on it? Like, where are we supposed to sit? And she'd say, on the runner.
And then it would stick to your legs when you got up. from the
I wasn't allowed to sit on it, okay? Who wasn't allowed to coordinate bullshit? These couches look like they were from Versailles.
Yes.
Golden legs. And
She would put a sheet over the plastic.
Jeez Louise, I can't. The whole thing, I grew up in Vegas. So, like, I'm with you, girl. Shirley Temples, Pall Malls. I'm still doing all that, just with vodka and real cigarettes, okay? Like, nothing changed 40 years later. I love you. That was so good. Oh, my God. That took me back. I was dying. All right, I accidentally skipped over this comedian, not because I don't, for any other reason than I got all messed up with Mark. And I'm old, and that's just the kind of shit that happens now. So, I mean, I'm not that old. I'm young, actually. I have to keep saying that. This is the manifesting thing I'm working on. I'm so young. I can remember. Okay, this next gentleman, he is the host of a talk show and an award-winning author.
Yes.
Okay, he's also a comedian. He's also my friend. I happen to adore him. He hates me, but I like him. Let's give it to Dungan.
Hello?
You know, you get an email saying no cursing, no politics. This show has gone so far off the rails. And Jessica private messages me saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I skipped you." Oh, gee, Jessica, I wouldn't want to mess up the show. Wow. This is this is group therapy. God, the things you people are sharing. All right. Fine. I'm fucked up too. Happy now? Jeez.
Yeah, Joe.
I'll tell you the whole story in 8 minutes, because that's 7 minutes more than it deserves. I took up a new hobby in September. I figure we're all locked in prison of our homes indefinitely. Why not better oneself? So I took up anxiety. That's fun. You know how they say some life choices you make and some things choose you? One day you're leaping over mud puddles like you're in a Stay Free commercial. The next day you're looking for the corner in a barrel of monkeys. Oh, wow, that's awful. So I had to, I've been doing so many different things, just trying to tamp it down. I've got the aromas, not the what is the short-term memory's gone. What's that stuff that smells nice? The
Potpourri?
Lavender. Potpourri, thank you. That does it. Potpourri, lavender. I put the lavender on my pulse points. I got the magnesium oil. I've got the fish oil pills. I'm turning into somebody I wouldn't date. My condo smells like Topanga Canyon. It's pretty awful. Somebody said, why don't you take up transcendental meditation? It's only $2,000. I'm like, are you kidding? Don't you know how much patchouli I could buy with that kind of money? I love how everybody's sharing their Twitter handles in the chat during my set. How to replicate a real comedy club. Well, we can't talk during his set, so. So I'm also dealing with my anxiety. I called up my health insurance company. I don't have health insurance. I have Kaiser. I've had Kaiser on and off for years. I'm on a first name basis with him. I call him Wilhelm. I'm going to sneak some intellectual shit into my set because that's what I do, okay? You don't have to get it, but you have to tolerate it. So I contact Kaiser, and also free advice. Whenever you contact any mental health provider trying to get a therapist and they ask you if you're thinking of harming yourself, say yes, because if you say no, they're going to put you off forever.
Yeah.
They don't take it seriously. If you say, yes, I'm considering harming myself, you go to the front of the line, and it totally works. I did that at the store the other day. I walk up with my 2 items. I walk up to some lady with a full cart. It's like, can I go ahead of you? I'm suicidal. She's like, oh, right this way. Totally works. Totally works. So then there was the intake. They had a very long questionnaire that they gave me because they need to know exactly how long they can deny service. They said, have you had thoughts of harming? They said, have you had thoughts of harming yourself in the last 2 weeks? And I said, well, I did consider going back to my corporate job. They asked, have you avoided doing things you enjoy? I'm like, what the fuck do you expect? Yes, my roommate's home all the time. So I'm taking up other things now. I walk a lot now. I'm told the ancient Greeks walked all the time. I'm thinking, of course, what the hell else was there to do? Spin class? So of course they walked around. And my ex used to bitch me out for walking in sandals. I'm like, okay, Aristotle does it and he's a thought leader. It's fine. I do it and it's an embarrassing fashion statement. Fine. I'm the father of reason. Do I get a pass now? She said, no, you look ridiculous. I said, oh, nice judgment. Who died and made you Immanuel Kant? Nice sandals. That killed in the car. I made the mistake of telling a very religious friend of mine about my issues. He's like really religious. I mean, look, First Amendment, worship all you want. But when you start inflicting that stuff on me, we're going to have a problem. And I said to him, yeah, it's anxiety, depression, misery, And he said, well, Jesus is my best friend. And I said, well, that's interesting because I noticed I'm the one you always call to take you to the airport. I said, I'm just trying to find some answers. He says, all the answers you need are in the Bible. Really? All the answers I need are in the Bible. How do I get Wi-Fi at my mom's house? What book is that in? Book of questions. I don't like the Bible. I don't understand the Bible. You notice how the Bible, there's Jesus and there's the Antichrist. You'd think a book as melodramatic as the Bible would have more evil twins. No, I'm thinking there should be more. How come there isn't an anti-Adam? Where's the anti-Adam? How come anti-Adam does not exist in public? How was the party? Oh, it was great. I met an anti-Adam. He arrived last. That's a Bible joke. See, Adam was first. That's why. All right, I need you to keep up here. I also met at this hypothetical party an anti-Moses. An anti-Moses? My fake friend said, yes, an anti-Moses. He put the swimming pool back together. I'm going to type the tag into the chat just because I'm embarrassed to say it. Everyone go to your chat. There. This is why I crack myself up when I'm writing my jokes down.
Nobody can see that. Nobody can
What?
see
Yes, we can.
No, we can, but can the audience?
Outside, no, the audience can't see it.
Okay, I'm sorry. To everybody on Facebook Live, I want you to find me on Facebook. My name is Joe Dungan. I will personally instant message that joke to you. As you can tell here, it killed. And this is what you get for not sitting in the front.
All right, go!
That's it for me. Goodbye.
Well, I gotta say, we got one more comedian left for the evening. But should we do a recap before we get to our last comedian? I don't know. I mean, we've got Susie Sitcom that hates Santa. We've got Eugenia Kuzmina who doesn't eat. We've got Michelle. I can't Krajecki, who is taking us back to the past when we all learned where we got our addictions to begin with. We've got Denise Medina. Here's the kicker. We didn't really get to experience Denise, but she's one of the producers of the show. She's running the Zoom. Okay, that's it. We've got Mary Kennedy, who's from Boston. It's ruined her sex life. Okay,
Absolutely.
We've got Michael Cooper, who is doing well as a homeless man. And we're still not quite sure if that's a real backdrop or if he's just living in someone's house for the temporary moment. Okay, we're not sure what's going on. We've got Amanda Smith, who is a single parent who, if you fucking ask her where her husband is, she's gonna kill you, okay? It's just rude. We've got Thomas, your husband, on here. I just saw that. And we've got Mark Klaber here, who is a producer of the show, who also will tell you our last and final time where to donate. And then we're going to do not go anywhere, to our one and only comedian. But hold on, Mark, where are we donating? Passing it to you.
Donating to the Actors Fund, actorsfund.org. Very simple.
Okay, thank you. And let's not forget Joe Duncan, who just gave us a whole story of the Bible in his, yes. Thank you, with jokes that none of us could understand and that had to be texted. Okay. I love you, Joe. All right, this next gentleman, yes, it's great. This next gentleman did not give me an intro, although I've done probably 10 shows with him and should know his intro. But again, I'm very young and I take these things for granted. So that's my approach now. I'm young, I'm naive, and I don't know what's happening. So this gentleman performs all over Chicago, probably all over the world. He's been on TV. He's been in your living room. Let's give it up for Bob Jay.
I sent you the crap.
I didn't get it.
Too damn old worrying about your damn Yoda. Why do you want to shave Yoda? Guy has no hair.
You're Yoda. We're Yoni.
No, Yoda must shave it. Good. Yeah.
Yoni, not Yoda.
Where's Ujayani? There she is, Eugenia.
Ionic.
Hey, Gina. I have a response about your African act from an African friend of mine that texted me. He was laughing very hard. He wanted me to tell you.
What?
Can you hear that? It's just clicking like they do. Go fix the flat. Don't worry, we understand. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to read Green Eggs and Ham by different celebrities. And to start it off is going to be Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
Hello again, everybody. This is Harry. How the heck are you? Hey, I'm so glad that Courtney Love has hosted the show tonight. God, I love your music in whole. Gonna read a little ditty here. Can you? No. Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. By the way, green eggs and ham spelled backwards is Mahadana Ski Nirg. It's a new virus. All right, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. I am Sam. I am Sam.
Oh.
Oh, say, Sam, can you see my Don's early life? Hey, Joe, did you know Jesus wrote this book? The Sam I am, that Sam I am, I do not like Sam I am. By the way, where's Mary Kennedy?
Oh, no.
I want to know that this donation thing, are dead celebrities alive to get donations? I'm sick and tired of drinking that damn O'Doul's beer. All right, moving along now, we got Sylvester Stallone, and he's going to do the rest more of the book. Hey, how you doing out there in Zoom land? I'm gonna read a book here. It's like for children and stuff, but I appreciate it. So, I'm gonna start. I can't show you the pictures because stuff we're supposed to be so I don't do it. Page 17. Joe, I think that was Psalm 6:34. I would not like them here or there. Dot. I would not like them anywhere. Dot. I do not like them. Dot. I do not like them. Curly dot. Them /I/N. Next page. The guy in his house and he's looking at him like, hey, yo, where's my hair? You know what I'm talking about? Would you like them in a house? Is that a curly thing with a dot underneath? Would you like them in with a moose? Oh, mousse. Where's that?
Oh my God.
French now, so it's going to get a little tough. A little thing, like Mickey Mousse. Him too, he's in there. One more page, I'm gonna bring somebody else before that flashlight starts flying in my face. I do not like them in a house. Dot. I do not like them with a moose. Dot. I do not like them here or there. Dot. I do not like them anywhere. Dot. I don't like green eggs and ham. It's probably me. I like smothered chicken. You ever had that? They bring a little chicken to your table and a pillow and they just oh, the chicken. All right, last but not least, we're gonna have Ozzy Osbourne and he's gonna read the rest of the book. Hey, yo, Ozzy, you have to put the hair on and everything, because this is it's nice. Well, I thought you did a good job there.
Oh, yay!
Hey, what's this book? It's called Green Egg and Ham by Dr. Zeus. From Denise or Medina. Oh, you want to put the damn thing up and now it's gone. What the hell is that?
Oh my God, I love you, Ozzy.
Whoever said that was that Eugenia. Oh, I'm going to talk about more of this stupid ham thing. Has anybody ever had green ham before? Jessica, have you ever green ham?
Of Courtney, bitch.
I didn't say bitch. I just said you. What are you saying a bitch for? I'm stuck inside this damn
Courtney.
I can't even get out. Oh, Courtney. Oh, so a Courtney bitch. Do you like eggs and ham? All right. Now I'm deaf. I can't hear nobody talking anymore. What are you doing, Joe? Where are you out of?
Los Angeles.
Oh shit! Are you all LA people? California?
Yeah.
Are you all in the same house?
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. All right, this is for you, Jessica, and then I got a flashlight, I think. I would not, I could not in a tree and not in a car, you let me be. And then this is so right here. I do not like them in a box. That's your Yoda. That's it. That's as clean as I'm going to be. Good night, everybody. Wish you all.
Oh my God.
And then, you know all that, people. Good night.
Give it up for Bob Jay. Ozzy.
Right, Courtney.
Ozzy, I love you, Ozzy.
I love you too, Susie. Susie, sit down. I love you too. Where's Amanda? Is she gone?
I'm here.
Oh,
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
I don't see you. You're not in the box up there. You're not part of the Brady Bunch. Let me see if I. Oh, there you are, Amanda. Oh, I know you're sick and tired of people asking you your husband. I wanted to ask you, are you horny? Where's Tammy ring? We didn't see you. Oh, there's Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
What am I voting for? I thought that shit was over with in November.
No, you're voting for me for Afterglow. The link is there.
What is
What's Afterglow? Is it a toiletry or something?
No, it's a musical with the original Glow Girls. I played Jackie Stallone, Sly Stallone's mother. Thank you very much.
Did you hear that, Sly?
Oh, here we go.
Yo, hey, no, you play my mother?
I played, yeah.
When did you do that?
I did that at Theater 1111 in October of 2018.
In 1911?
No, Theater 1111.
Oh, Theater 1111. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You said Glow Girls Wrestling?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was a manager. Jackie Stallone was a manager for the Good Girls.
Yeah. Did you fight Apollo?
I didn't find anybody.
You ain't
I'm
so
gonna
bad.
hit you in the head, Sly. No, I'm kidding.
I
Good
don't
enough
think-
parenting.
You
Good
ain't so
enough.
bad.
Good enough.
All right, let's go back to Courtney Louvet.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
I want to thank everyone for tuning into the show. I want to thank each and every comedian that performed tonight. It was a great show. It was super fun. I'm going to say really quickly, thank you, Susie Sitcom. Thank you, Bob Jay. Thank you, Michelle Krajecki. God damn it. Thank you, Eugenia Kuzmina. Thank you, Joe Dungan. Thank you, Waylon Lynn, for just watching. Thank you, Mark Klaber, for putting on this show and producing it. Thank you, Denise Medina, for doing the Zoom, producing, putting on this show. I missed you tonight. Thank you, Thomas Krajecki, for being an audience member. We appreciate all of you. Thank you, Timmy, for always showing up. Thank you, Robbie. And I don't know who this is, your son or your boyfriend. I'm not sure. Your girl. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see you. Thank you for being here, too. You're an added help. Everybody counts, even though we can't hear you with the mask. Thank you, Amanda Smith. Thank you, Michael Cooper. Thank you, Mary Kennedy. Thank you, our audience. We're walking into 2021. This is the last show of the year. And we're out.
No more 2020. We're out of it.
Yeah.